Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have the EZA details, the super EZA details for physical Goku Black. Looks like they're going to drop him this week. So if we take a look at the schedule, this week didn't seem like it might have very much. I was on stream with Gresh a few hours ago. I did hope that at least Super EZA Goku Black would be this week, because the LR, the Part 2 LR, is actually looking like next week, right? So 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. In this 4-day range is who we're going to find out who the LR is and when they actually drop. Obviously, the Tanabata LR. So the way it falls this year, I guess it could be the 1st or the 28th, probably. The Tanabata LR might be the 28th, believe it or not. So it is going to be crazy if they drop on like the 18th, 19th, and then there's a Dokkan Fest LR only, 8 days later or something like that. We have seen this before. LR Golden Frieza, I believe, was on the 20th of June. And then I think that LR Vegeta and Trunks was like the 30th or something like that, right? So yeah, here, they're literally back to back. So Golden Frieza was the 21st, and then they were on the 30th. Yeah. It's just 9 days apart between summonable LRs. And at the time, I mean, these are basically the two best units in the game. I mean, outside of the 7th anniversary LRs. So we'll see if history is going to repeat itself. So, all right, let's take a look at what this guy looks like. Keep in mind that this guy, I mean, he's going to help, teams that really could use it. Keep in mind, we're looking at the JP version of Goku Black. On Global, I assume this is just going to be in there, the Global part. Keep in mind that the global version of this guy just flat out has higher stats, so he's going to be better. I assume the global version of physical Goku Black is just always going to be better. So 19,300 and then 18,000. Then we look at the JP version here, and then he is at 18,500 and 16,400. So like that's substantial. It makes a difference for sure. All right, so let's see. Again, Super Bosses, Worldwide Chaos, Realm of Gods, Future, Time Traveler. This guy being good matters quite a bit. And Physical Goku Black, LR Tech Zamasu, Super Bosses characters can need it. So I would like him to just be a support, maybe for villains. Orb changing is huge. Let's see what we get right here. So we have translations from Gresh. 50% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. All right, timeout. Boom. Stop. I understand, essentially, the best 4 Super Bosses characters. Would Kefla come in at 5th? Kefla is certainly just better than Physical Dokkan Fest Goku Black. But, the best Super Bosses characters would be EGL LR Broly, Tech Zamasu, LR Broly Shine Lemo, Kefla, and then Physical Rose Goku Black. That's 3 characters in a row who are ridiculously orb hungry, and none of those pieces of shit really create consistent orbs. Rose does in his domain, and Broly Shine Lemo do depending upon HP conditions. So it's like now we have another character on Super Bosses. This is what I'm talking about, where Super Bosses is made like chimpanzees have designed the Super Bosses team. Every single character in the game is worse on Super Bosses. Every character. Broly is at his best when you run double Broly with Beast, Gogeta, Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? Every character looks worse on Super Bosses. And, we're trending in that direction. Let's see. 150% defense when attacking with 3 or more key spheres. Okay. So, again, this boy needs this spheres, man. 1 key, 30% attack and defense with each attack received. Damn. Okay. And so my shenanigans with Dodge are certainly less effective on him instantly then. Okay. So he needs to get hit 5 times. I would hope we have strong defensive mechanics if the bitch needs to be hit 5 times. That's okay. I mean, Zamasu needs to get hit, but it's just damage. It's not the biggest deal. LR Tech Zamasu. To be fair, like, I mean, if we're thinking super bosses or maybe some of these, like, you know, Realm of Gods extreme class characters, not really too common. I mean, maybe like LR Goku Black and Zamasu need to get hit, but they're not really good anymore. Okay, so he has to get hit a lot of times. That's unfortunate. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow, plus an additional 10% attack and events per key sphere obtained if there is a Goku family category enemy or all allies are super bosses. Okay, okay. So he had this before, right? Bam. Okay. So we could see that. God damn this wiki. Here, don't cover it. Okay. So he gets an extra 5% attack and events per key sphere. And then now it's also if we have a full super bosses rotation. I mean, it's not... Usually these Goku Black and Zamasu characters are structured to be run with each other. But it's like they never have enough versions of them. Okay, I mean... Damn. Remember what I said. It is true. Every character looks worse on full super bosses. Alright. Goku family category enemy isn't the most common, but I mean, both Beast Gohans would count as that, right? So there's the Supreme Battle Spectacle Beast Gohan fight, and then there's also the movie Memorial Beast Gohan fight and Orange Piccolo. I love using, this is a very interesting fight. I love using that as a showcase fight these days. Of course, there's also, you know, Gogeta, Broly, Gammas. There's so many fights. I mean, I could do world tours that are, you know, 10 videos longer with all of the legitimate fights that exist right now. They did such a good job during the 9th anniversary. So, I mean, there is at least a couple of Goku family enemies if we're not going to do full Super Bosses category. So, I mean, where else would we run him? I mean, maybe if we run Broly's team and we had, like, Beast on the team or something like that. Or, like, if we're doing Future Saga, I guess. Worldwide Chaos. Maybe if we're running LR Tech Zamasu and we have LR Boo Tanks, in Fat Boo, Physical Kid Boo, you know, characters like that. Okay. Chance to perform a crit plus 20% every time this character receives 3 hits in battle. That's just permanent. That's permanent, huh? 15 hits to get guaranteed crits. That's not really... 15 hits is not really... Randomly change key spheres of a certain type other than physical to physical when there's a super... Oh, okay. Right now, most of the relevant fights are superclass. I mean, even... I mean, Red Zone Movie 2, there's the Beerus fight, which is very tough, superclass. You know, the Dragon Ball Super Movie Memorial, 3 of the 4 fights are superclass. Supreme Battle Spectacle is all superclass characters. It's not the greatest, though, because it's only physical orbs. And then Extreme Class Allies 3 key, 30% defense. Oh, man. Whoa, wait. He doesn't have defensive mechanics, man. Stats per orb. I mean, it is a lot. And, I mean, it's going to be 60% with this. He does get this, which is good. He's just raw stats. Okay. I saw Halvard post. Hold on. All right, let's see. Let's see. Halvard usually does a pretty good job with this. All right, so physical Goku Black, because we're looking at this, so he has no defensive mechanics, right? No guard, no damage reduction, and no dodge. A character like this can work, but, you know, we'll see. So he's getting a lot per orb. This is going to be pretty big. Super attack effect, by the way. Remember, that's not going to change. So he's just greatly lowering enemy attack and defense, is all he's doing. So it's like he's not even really... you know what's funny about this? They created a character. I mean, damn, I want to give him full dodge still, which I'm probably going to do, but I mean, he's going to want this. He's building up crit already. And I mean, his super attack effect is not the craziest. So just raw stat equips, attack or defense could be a good idea here. Let's see what we got right here. Okay, here, let's just open it up in a new bam and bam. Okay. So without support, so it's just at 89k at the start of turn. It'll be a little bit misleading because it's going to before we even get orbs. With 6 orbs, 295 and then 737. That's not... Yeah, the full build-up is okay. Bro, that's... I don't know. That's not really good enough. I'll say that. That's not really good enough. And it's like a character, like I could live with it. Like, the character's not going to live Big Boss. Like, Gogeta's super attack. Oh, boy, yeah. The same with 99% of the game. That's not even good enough against normals, man. Like... Gogeta is fodderizing this kid. I mean, sure, we could... Well, I mean, we're running full super bosses. We don't have any shenanigans to get us out of it, right? No Fat Boo Ghost Usher. No Beast Gohan active skill. That's not enough. It's not enough. That's not enough. I mean, I'm not... implying he's unrunnable or he's shit or even anything like that, but damn, he's not gonna be as much as what Super Boss... Like, he helps Super Bosses. He does. But, I mean, bro, I mean, this kid needs to get hit, dude. A lot. This is stupid. This is... If he was guarding, sure. I mean, I'm sorry. He looks fine to me if he was guarding. If he just guarded, he looks fine. Because then it's like, I mean, even with this guarding, he's still dying to big bosses. But I mean, that's okay. It's not a new summonable unit. Like, it will be fine. He you know, like this, he'd be capable of dealing with all the normals, which is good enough when these normals are, you know, 2 million plus. Like, Kid Buu is like 2 million normals and shit, right? Bro, I just, like, look at this. Dog, tell me the difference between this guy and AGL Bardock. Like, 100k defense? 100k defense? Like, so this is turn 1 with 6 key spheres? And keep in mind, I mean, full super bosses, Broly, Chan, Lemo want the orbs, Physical Rose wants the orbs. Like, you see the issue, right? Remember, every character is way worse on full super bosses. That's what they want. It's just, damn. It's going to lead to issues. He's not that bad. I feel like I might even like him over AGL Dragon Fist, probably. Just because Dragon Fist, when he's on global, so we could just quickly pull him up right here. Because AGL Dragon Fist, he could do a lot of damage, which people are seduced by. Forever. It's just going to be a thing forever. I've already long since accepted that. This right here. If this is not up, this bitch, bro, he cannot take a hit. Like, you're dead. You're dead. So, and the problem is he's only got 30% dodge. So it's like, after you get through kind of like the first initial wave, you start to get deep into a fight. I mean, it's really scary dodge or die with this guy. For real. Because his defense is very low if this is not activated. The problem for this guy, this should be like 7 turns, not 3. That's his major issue. If I could change anything about this guy, I would change this to like 7 turns. Because this is just only up for 2 rotations. Like, you have this for so little of the fight. So, I mean, I don't know. This guy's good. Like, I think for a super EZA, he's good. Even this guy, like, is definitely runnable. But there's just huge glaring flaws I'm seeing, man. Huge flaws. We want to run him on a team that is dying for orbs already. Half of the team. One of the most important characters for super bosses, Broly, Chan, Lemo. Like, if we're seriously running super bosses seriously win, Broly, Chan, Lemo got to get their orbs first. They come first. Because you get them 7 orbs and they have 100% dodge. Right? And they're supporting. So they come first because they're going to be a slot 1. They can deal with Blue Gogeta Super. They can deal with Kid Buu Super. They can deal with all that shit. You know, and then at that point, it's like, okay, but then, like, are we running Kefla? Are we running Physical Rose? Are we running this guy? I mean, if we're fighting Gogeta, right? So he is going to be Rainbow Orb changing, and then he's also going to be creating some physical orbs. So he's going to be setting up a lot of orbs, but we still have a lot of characters that have to eat off of orbs, man. I do like this. I mean, this is nice. This helps. I like the defense. I wish, you know, maybe he could have gotten 30% attack right there. Now let's see this. So this with all of this. I mean, we're only getting defense from big bad bosses and prepare for battle. Dismal Future, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle are just attack and shit. Crit Chancellor aren't going to be defense. That's next to Physical Rose. The problem is that that's not a rotation that's feasible. You can't run that as a rotation. I mean, you can't. Even because people, bro, the amount of sarcastic, snarky comments I had where it's like, oh, I hope the truth doesn't run Physical Rose and slot 1 in this video, like referring to like his domain with, you know, he does have the damage reduction, but after you understand what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's not gonna work as a rotation, right? Like these two together, and then we unlock another issue of super bosses, which is how important this link is right here, and how most of the team does not have it. The best characters in super bosses don't really have it. I mean, Broly doesn't have it. Broly, Chen, Limo, thank God, do. Topo, who we might want to run, doesn't have it either. Kefla, who we might want to run, doesn't have it. And then I just brought this up. So this is going to be up this week along with Goku Black, and then again the Part 2 LR is next week. And I did want to just show that Rick agree. Rick is always right about this stuff. So Part 2 LR 18th at 4 a.m. I would very likely believe what Rick is saying. Now, just off of preliminary details, I don't want to go too crazy. Let's take a look at this. Huh. I'm tempted to put Physical Goku Black right here. First spot right here. So bump Future Gohan down off, move everyone to the right. Is probably what I'd do. I mean, Physical Goku Black, it's just, because, okay, again, you're not running this guy in slot 1, right? Obviously. So then we start talking about this. The kid needs to get hit 5 times, but, I mean, we need to get hit 5 times in, like, slot 2 or 3, which is inconsistent at best, we could call it. Yeah, damn. I mean, it's kind of sucks. Bro, y'all could take Physical Kid Buu back. I wish this guy was Physical Kid Buu instead. Like, Physical Kid Buu, like, you swap, dude, like, Super Bosses needed the help way more than Majin Power did. For sure. Yeah, so, pre-using him, anything, I'm probably thinking, like, right here. Is where I think Physical Goku Black is. I think. Don't hold me to that too much. But, I mean, Gotenks, I would keep this exactly... After using Kefla a lot, I think this feels good to me. Yeah, I just don't... Like, Physical Goku Black is not going to be nearly as easy to utilize as, like, Kefla. One big thing I like about Kefla compared to Int Gotenks, by the way, just putting this out here, is Kefla is just next turn Super Saiyan, next turn Super Saiyan 2. No, boom. Like, right? You're just, every turn you transform, bam, we're Super Saiyan 2. Whereas Gotenks and Exchange Buu, it doesn't work that way, right? Sometimes you can get cucked out of it with HP, which I've had happen, right? Like, you know, in order to get there the fastest to Gotenks, you know, you'd want to float him off on turn 3, like, right? Like, it's, Kefla is just next turn, bam, you're Super Saiyan 2. Which is very helpful compared to Gotenks and Exchange Buu. Although Exchange Buu, it's never really an issue on the Majin Power team. Gotenks, especially lately, I've had it be an issue. So, yeah, guys, I mean, let me know what you guys think. This guy does feel a bit disappointing to me. One of the big problems, though, is that Super Bosses is so bad, and it's just such a team designed by, again, a chimpanzee or a baboon or a gorilla or something like that. Like, they just were not putting thought into how this team would run. And guess what? They said, hey, guess what you need to do? Hey, guess what? We don't care that every character looks worse on Super Bosses. You're running that full Super Bosses, so. Okie dokie. Biggest problem for me is this. I'd rather he just got the whole thing on Super Attack or something, man. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of Super EZA Physical Goku Black.